Sound for bloody brilliant game, still here at EGX 2021. We hopped over to the Team 17 booth and had a very lovely chat with the lead producer of Thymesia, Luke, and the head of PR for Team 17, Becky.
Hey guys.
Luke, you've got a lot of games on display here. Age of Darkness, you've got Moving Out, Legends of Tatos, alongside stuff like Broken Roads. What's the benefit to Team 17 of having games that are already out alongside those that are upcoming?
I think for me, it kind of shows the diversity of our catalogue, and some of the titles such as kind of Moving Out, Overcooked, Rogue Heroes, although they're already out, the classics, some of them have been out this year, such as Rogue Heroes. It's nice everyone to come in and play the kind of couch co-op games that you're familiar with our brand, but also showing what we've got in the future, that we're not just doing one kind of genre. Actually, we do all different types of games, from kind of RTS, which is Age of Darkness, to more kind of narratively driven stories such as Broken Roads. And I think it's really important to kind of show Team 17 that full of diversity, and our catalogue is kind of huge.
Yeah. And of course, Moving Out, Overcooked. They're, as you say, very couch co-op games. That seems to be very much a focus for Team 17. That's very much almost like the speciality, what one might call it. What is it about the couch co-op style games that is really is attractive to Team 17? Is it the throwback to an old age? Is it the the fun that all the players can have? What would you say? As you say, alongside the narrative titles.
I think for me, what's attractive about it is the fun you can have with friends, right? So Team 17's been a household name since I was young, in the early 90s, and back then, before the internet, it was very much couch co-op, and I think some of these titles kind of encapsulate all those fond memories we had. And games like Overcooked, intense couch co-op, which causes many arguments and many fallouts, and it will end friendships. But ultimately, I think it's nice, especially through like lockdown. Titles like this have helped kind of bring people together in those times. So.
And in terms of, I'm going to put you on the spot, I'm afraid. Which of these games you've got on display would you say is your favourite?
I would probably say my favourite would be Thymesia. Bit biased because I'm the producer on that title here. And probably also maybe Hammerting as well. That's another one of mine. So probably biased because they're mine, but actually I probably enjoy all our titles. But Thymesia, I'm more of a Souls fan, so that it's more my jam, I'd say.
Okay. So thank you very much for talking to us. I've been very, very kindly joined here by Becky, by the head of PR for Team 17. Just a few questions for you. So first of all, as a developer publisher synonymous with the Worms franchise, were there any difficulties, and if so, how did you overcome it in terms of going from changing the public perception of, as I said, synonymous with the Worms franchise, and then maybe Overcooked, maybe The Escapist. So this really wide range of games we've got here, Blasphemous, Honey, I Joined a Cult, all these other titles.
Yeah. I think in the last few years we have kind of transitioned from that, everyone saw us as like Overcooked, Worms, the kind of like family friendly, and we still absolutely are. We have Moving Out, we have Overcooked, we've got like Hopper Life that has just come out into early access, but we've also now got Hell Let Loose that just launched. We have, as you said, Blasphemous, we have our Soulsborne Thymesia, which is coming out later this year. I think as a studio we're like looking to diversify. We're we're not kind of, I don't know if we ever were particularly looking for kind of the family-friendly ones, but we did a lot of those, and now we're like, you know what? No, we want good games. We want games that are fun. We want games that people want to play, and that's kind of what the kind of talent acquisition guys have been focusing on, and getting those games in and signing them, and they're a lot of fun to work on, which is fantastic as well.
And in terms of these games, we've got, as you say, Overcooked, Moving Out, Rogue Heroes, Legends of Tatos, along with stuff like Thymesia, which is coming out soon. I wonder what the strategy was in terms of putting these kind of well-established names alongside, the upcoming games. Was it more as kind of a message to the players who maybe love Overcooked, going, hey, we've got you maybe love Overcooked, we've got this game we think you also might love, or is it a case of trying to use the name that Team 17 has to, as you say, build up such a catalogue of great games?
Yeah, I mean, I think the games speak for themselves for the most part. Obviously, people will come and play Overcooked because we have Overcooked, right? But in saying that, we also have Alien Breed on the booth today. It's Alien Breed's 30th anniversary next month, and we brought that along. It has actually been one of our most popular games. We kind of brought it along as like a happy birthday Alien Breed, and people have genuinely been loving it so much. But we wanted to bring kind of a mixture. Obviously, we've got games that have been out for a little while. We wanted to bring the classic kind of show floor, like multiplayer games, because everyone loves them, right? You love to sit and play and that kind of stuff. But we also wanted to bring our upcoming games to show them off, and games that have just come out to kind of be like, hey, just in in case you missed it, here's what we've got coming, and here's what we just had out as well.
And then just final question, in terms of Team 17 are known as probably the most responsible and I'd say probably beloved publishers, developer publishers in the industry. How important is it to the team that Team 17 has this year, in an industry that's so often can be plagued with controversies and bad actors within the publishing space?
I mean, I think we just want to make good games, right? We want to focus on making good games. We want to work with really cool developers. We want to make things people enjoy, but we also want to be an environment people enjoy being in. Like, it's an amazing company to work for. I mean, this is me talking personally. I love the job that I get to do, and especially when I get to do stuff like this and talk to people. I think our focus is making good games. We are spirit of independent games. That's the whole kind of ethos that we go by. Is right. We take these little indies and we try and make them the best that they can possibly be to share them with the world. And everybody, all the whole team that we have here. We have obviously I'm from PR. We have the producers. They all just want to make great games and share them with people.
And then final question, the true hard-hitting journalistic questions. Which of the games you've got here at the booth would you say is your favourite?
I mean, so Overcooked is the reason that I wanted to work for the company. I will admit to that. Having my name in the credits of an Overcooked game is been a dream of mine, and I'm finally there, which is cool. I will say I'm super excited for Thymesia. I'm a big Soulsborne fan, and I've been obviously playing quite a bit of it, and I'm super hyped for it to come out at the end of this year because it's just. So those two, don't make me pick, please.
No, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
A big thank you to Becky and Luke for some of their time on what's probably been a very busy week for them. As we said, they're the biggest publisher here at EGX, so I'm sure many people going around their booth. Let's talk about the games they had, because it's very interesting. As I mentioned in those interviews, all but 3 of the games that Team 17 had were already out. So the likes of Road Heroes Legends of Tassos, Overcooked, Moving Out, Honey, I Joined a Cult, all out already. But 3 new games that they're premiering at this show. First, Thymesia, which is Luke's title. Souls-like, looks very, very nice, very clean UI, a brutal Souls-like, but the type of Souls-like that you like, in which instead of just feeling frustrated at dying, it's a learning experience. You get better because of your failures. Let's move on now to Broken Roads. Broken Roads is an isometric RPG, very much in the style of the old late 90s, early noughties RPGs that the likes of BioWare did. Or if you look at Larian with the Divinity Original Sin games, very, very much like that kind of thing. And those are the games I really gravitate to. I love those kind of RPGs. No dialogue, all text-based, properly old school, but has a lovely aesthetic to it. Finally, Batora Lost Heaven. Roguelike, another beautiful game. Really nice ability and weapon set. Nice view of the overworld, so a lot of maneuverability, a lot of kind of view of the land so you can pick out your targets nice and strategically. Definitely something that if you're a roguelike fan you'll love. I've got to say, Team 17 have probably been this is probably going a bit far given, obviously, they're the only publisher really here. Probably been the best showing from Team 17, but you'd expect that from a publisher with many games out and over 30 years of experience in the business.